Hello, my name is Ethan. I'm going to be talking to you today about The Great Gatsby's 2013's The Great Gatsby's. I'd like to apologize up front for my voice. I'm just getting over the flu, so you'll have to bear with me here. My throat isn't feeling the best right now. So first, a little rundown of the plot of the film. So Nick Carraway, and I hate that name because it's just a dumb pun used in the book. I just hate dumb puns, so I do not like the name. But he's writing about his encounter with Jay Gatsby, as well as Tom and Daisy Buchanan, Daisy being Nick's cousin. The three of them start to hang out more and more, and they're going over to Gatsby. Gatsby throws these elaborate parties and these great festivities with people getting drunk and, getting in car crashes and telling wild stories about Gatsby's past. But as the movie progresses, it becomes more and more clear that Gatsby is just trying to make Daisy love him again. Before Gatsby went off to war, he and Daisy were kind of a thing. And then Daisy moved on, and Gatsby didn't really. And so now Gatsby's trying to rekindle that romance. And I put here plot happens because not a ton happens in this movie, but also a lot happens in this movie. And I know that doesn't make any sense. The basic rundown is just the three of them go off, the four of them go off, try to make amends, try to, get together, or get along rather. And Gatsby and Tom, who is Daisy's husband, start getting more and more physical with each other, start getting more and more aggressive. And then, spoiler alert, through a wild, just speeding through downtown, Gatsby dies. And he's actually killed in retaliation for someone who was killed earlier in the film, even though he is not the one that killed her. Daisy's the one that killed the man earlier in the film, but Gatsby takes the fall for it. So first, the history of this movie. So it's adapted from the F. Scott Fitzgerald book by the same name. A great read, very short read. I think it's like 140 pages. Hold on, I have it here. It's 180 pages. So very quick read, a very good read. In 2008, Variety reported that Baz Luhrmann is set to direct the adaptation. Baz Luhrmann, of course, from Romeo and Juliet fame. Sorry, taking a drink of water there. The movie was passed around from studio to studio, and eventually in 2011, Warner Brothers was set up to take on the production of the film. Sorry. The cost for making this film, the budget ran as high as $190 million, and the movie pulled in a total of $353 million, almost doubling its budget. And the movie made $51 million in its opening weekend. So a few of the important press releases surrounding this film. So the movie was first announced in 2008. In November of 2010, the three leads, being Gatsby, Nick, and Daisy, were announced. And a little interesting side note here, Scarlett Johansson was originally cast to play Daisy, but she backed out to star in We Bought a Zoo, the Matt Damon flick, I believe. I think that's who she starred alongside. The film made $120 million. Did nowhere near as well as Great Gatsby, so that's something interesting. I always like seeing when famous actors turn down great roles for worse roles. It was originally scheduled for a December 2012 release, but it was soon moved to summer of 2013, probably to give it a better chance during the award season. And if that was the idea behind that, another little spoiler alert, it worked. This movie got some awards. The film opened the 66th Cannes Film Festival, and it opened that festival shortly after its official release. So, on to those awards that I mentioned earlier. The Great Gatsby was nominated for 45 awards, both domestically and internationally. It won 25 of those awards. Most of them were in production or costume design, and you can see there that 2 of those awards were Academy Awards. So, the big ones here. And they were for both the best production and the best costume design. Director Baz Luhrmann was the recipient of 5 of these awards. And one of the awards was the Australian Actors Award for Best Picture. So where is it now? What impact has The Great Gatsby movie left? Well, the film was placed in IMDb's top 100 movies of 2013, which is a pretty good ranking. It's ranked pretty low, but it's pretty good considering it was going up against movies like The Wolf of Wall Street, 12 Years a Slave, Dallas Buyers Club, and Frozen. 2013, I didn't remember this, but I guess 2013 was a good year for movies. A lot of really good movies out that year. So placing in the top 100 is actually a very cool and a very nice accomplishment. But other than that, it seems to have just kind of faded into obscurity. It doesn't rank on any best book adaptations. But on all of the lists that I've gone to in the comment section, within the first like 3 or 4 comments, there's someone arguing that The Great Gatsby should be placed there. So it's not receiving a lot of like official recognition, but it seems that the people who saw it, it really stuck with them. So yeah, that was The Great Gatsby. Thank you for holding on there, getting through my rough voice here. And I would recommend seeing it because it's a really good movie. The book is really good, and it follows the book fairly closely, but not so closely that if you've read it, you would just be bored. So yeah, it's a good watch. Just go see it. Bye.